Hello everyone, how are you all? So welcome to my channel Parina Jain Tutorials. In this video I'm going to cover transportation in plants. This is a part of life processes chapter 6. So let's first of all understand that what all materials are need to be transported in plants. So first of all we require carbon dioxide, which is needed for photosynthesis, that is to be transported. Then the second thing is oxygen, which is required for the respiration. The third thing is minerals like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. There are so many other minerals also which is required for the growth and development of plant. So these minerals are also need to be transported. Then food which is prepared by the leaves, that is also need to be transported because food provide energy and growth. So all these materials are need to be transported. But we know that carbon dioxide is taken up by the plants through stomata, and this is required only in the leaves because leaves are only going to prepare the food. So the stomatas are tiny pores under the leaf, in the lower surface of the leaves, and that pores are sufficient to diffuse the carbon dioxide gas in the whole surface of leaves. So that is why carbon dioxide is just required in the leaves, and oxygen is also prepared in the leaves itself, and then it is been removed out through stomata. The next thing is like minerals and food, and other than this is water. So these are to be transported to the long distances. Water is also transported from roots to the leaves and other body parts. If we talk about tall trees, so in trees the roots are below the soil, and there is huge stems, and through these stems the leaves are very far away, so water is transported till there. So large distance the water has to travel. Then minerals also absorbed along with the water, and foods which is prepared in the leaves, they also need to be transported to each and every part of the plant. So water and food are basically going to cover the large distances. So how these two are transported in plants. So we have a special transportation mechanism in plants which is called vascular bundles. These vascular bundles are vessels. Like in our body we are having arteries and veins as vessels, so in plants also we have vessels. So these vessels are known as xylem vessels and phloem vessels. Xylem vessels transport water and minerals, and phloem vessels are responsible for transporting food, water and minerals. Xylem vessels, the water is transported only in the upward direction because from roots to other body parts. So roots are below the soil, which is underneath, which is the at the lower surface, and from that surface, from that lower part, the water is fetched up. So that is why from it is moved only in one direction, from downwards to upwards. But in phloem the food is transported in both the direction, upward and downwards. Xylem cells are dead in nature, but phloem cells are living. This is the main difference between them. Then what are the other differences? The other differences are, in xylem vessels there is no perforation plate in between, but in phloem vessels we see the perforation plate in between. Through these perforation the molecules are transported, but there is no perforation as such in the xylem vessels. The xylem vessels are thick walled. You could see the walls are very thick. This much is the thickness of the walls of xylem vessels, and these thick walls are made up of lignin. This lignin is what? This is a carbohydrate, similarly like cellulose, but more strong and tough than cellulose. Then in xylem vessels there is a passive flow of material. Passive flow means that no energy is required in flowing the material, but in phloem vessels the food is transported by the active flow. So active flow means the energy is required during the flow. So food molecules contains sucrose, amino acids, all these materials are, when they are transported, so they are transported by obtaining the energy. Now let's look at the structure of vascular bundles. This is the vascular bundles present in the leaves, this is in the stem, and this is in the roots. So in all of the three parts we are able to see the vascular bundles. Vascular bundles means xylem and phloem. So xylem is the pink portion and the phloem is the blue portion. So here you could see clearly that xylems are present in the inner core of the, it is making an inner core of vascular bundle, and the phloem vessels are present outside. In this part also, in roots also, you could see they are making an inner core, and the blue portion, that means phloem, are making a outer core. So xylem vessels are present in the inner core and the phloem vessels are present in the outer region. This is also a main difference between them. Sometimes we see that phloem vessels store food material or the extra material in them, and whenever we cut, for example in aloe vera leaves, when we cut and we obtain the aloe vera, so that is all the phloem in which they store the aloe vera. Now the next part is transpiration. What is transpiration? The small opening on the underneath is called stomata, and through these stomatas the excess water is evaporated. So this loss of water is called transpiration. How this transpiration is important to the plants? This transpiration creates a suction pull to absorb more and more water upward. Suction pull means like we suck the cold drink with a straw. So we suck the cold drink upward. Similarly, when the water is evaporated from the surface of leaves, the water become deficient in the leaves, and to fulfill this deficiency, the water is need to be pulled up, and this creates the suction pull, due to which the more and more water is pulled up, and also along with water more and more minerals are pulled up. These minerals are required for the growth of plants. Then this transpiration also helps in maintaining the body temperature of plants. Now next is translocation. What is translocation? The transportation of food from leaf to other body part is called translocation. This is very important definition. Now for example, if this is a source leaf and the food material is prepared, this red ones are the food. These food materials are need to be transported to all of the parts. So first of all, this food reaches to the companion cells. Companion cells are located just beside the phloem vessels. So these are phloem vessels. These are phloem vessels, and along with this phloem vessels there are the companion cells. So these companion cells basically have a nucleus and make the phloem vessels living. They provide energy to the phloem vessels. So first of all, from the leaves the food molecules reaches to the companion cell, and this companion cell then makes the food material to reach to the phloem vessels. Then this phloem vessels transport the food material to all the body cells. This food contains sucrose, amino acid, water and minerals. All these materials are transported with the phloem vessels. Now this food, when reaches to the cells, it is utilized for obtaining energy, and rest of the food is stored in the different parts of a plant, like in roots or in stem or in leaves, and that food, that part of a plant we eat as vegetable. So this is all in this video, students. Here is the time of questions. Now you do these questions to understand the topic better, and do comment me how you are liking my video. I'll be coming up with the next video very soon. So till then, take care and stay healthy.